While you were watching something else last night, there was some baseball news. Another new animation. Hey, we got breaking news on this one, Harold. This just came in this morning.
Like right now, hot off the press.
Courtesy of Jesse Rogers. Breaking news. Shota Imanaga is a free agent. Team rejects their option to extend his contract out to a 5th year. That triggered his ability to exercise a $15 million player option for 2026. He declined that as well. So the backstory here, no word on the qualifying offer. Here's some more information on this, Harold, because we had questions too. And Mark Sales put together some notes for us here. So the Cubs had a 3-year option for him that would have guaranteed him just over $57 million.
Right.
Cubs declined that option, and I think his second half performance had a lot to do with that Cubs decision.
Mm-hmm.
So since they declined, he could have picked up a $15 million player option, and if he had done that, this whole thing would have repeated.
15 or 5-0?
15-1-5.
Okay.
And if he'd done that, then the whole thing would have repeated itself next year.
Right.
Cubs pick up an option for a big piece of money.
Yep.
They could. So now that they've both declined the options, he's a free agent.
Well,
and he's also a qualifying offer eligible free agent.
So last year, qualifying offer was what, 21 million, somewhere in that range? You got to figure this guy was healthy, his arm's there. I think with no doubt with what we saw from Sasaki, from Shohei, and from Yamamoto affects this guy in a positive. Because there's no way in my mind he gets less than $60 million for 3 years. Somebody's going to pay for that healthy arm.
I guess.
He's going to get paid.
I mean, dude, if you're not a little scared by the second half, then pay closer attention. 20 homers.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a fly ball guy to begin with.
Yep.
And those fly balls were leaving the ballpark after the All-Star break.
He goes to San Francisco, and all of a sudden you got a star player.
That's
San Francisco, Anaheim, Seattle, huge Japanese markets. You know, when you're looking at San Fran and
really
Seattle, all I need is one team. And now he starts to negotiate. $60 million. We're paying some pitchers $20, $50 million a year to throw 20 starts.
Well, we know this, and your point's well taken. He's going to get the qualifying offer at very minimum this year, right? Sounds like. So saying no to the $15 million option.
6 already.
That was easy,
yeah.
Right? And I think also easy for the Cubs to say, we don't like the way this looks for 3 years.
Yes.
You know, if it was a 1-year option they could have picked up, sure. But it's a chunk thing that they had to say no to.
Get creative with that.
Cubs are going to need somebody to pitch next year, though, because he did chew up a lot of innings.
I'm telling you, he eats up innings. He stayed healthy. And that's what we don't have in the big leagues.
Yeah, right.
You don't have it.
Happy off-season, and we have news. You heard Matt and Harold talking about Shota Imanaga, a free agent. How and why? The team started it. How did we get here?
Yes, Lauren, good morning. First of all, yes, I've been sitting here in this chair since the end of Game 7. Ready to go. Happy off-season, happy hot stove season to all. And we have some news this morning. As Maddie talked about earlier, Jesse Rogers, first to report, Shota Imanaga is now officially a full free agent. Now, it's also true that the Cubs can give him the qualifying offer, so we have to see how that all plays out in the coming days. But this, Lauren, came down to 2 things. Number one, the Cubs believed that with the available options for them in free agency, that they could do more with 2 years times $20 million per. It was a 2-year, $40 million deal that they declined. So they believe that with the available options out there via trade, via free agency, that they can add to their budget in a more constructive and efficient way with that money. And then on the flip side, Imanaga believes that with some corrections and adjustments to that second half that Maddie referenced, it seemed as though Imanaga may have come back early, Lauren, from that lower body injury that may have affected his effectiveness there in the second half. So with a full off season, Imanaga, his camp, believe that he'll be able to have a much more first half of 2025 and really all of 2024 type season for him now going forward. So there's the belief that a 2 or a 3-year deal could be out there for him. So Imanaga now joining a group of free agent pitchers that's actually heavily on the left-handed side of the equation. There you see Framber Valdez, Ranger Suarez. So 3 high-end lefties now with Shota joining that group. Shane Bieber, we're still waiting to hear as of today about the outcome of that player option. Maybe Bieber and the Jays working on the potential of staying there in Toronto based on his success there, of course, helping them get to the 7th game of the World Series. Some other names there: Cease, Gallen, Eflin, Kelly, Bassett, Martinez. And then on the reliever side of the equation, I think some really intriguing names there. We know Ryan Helsley, for example, did not pitch great into the second half, but someone that they believe certainly could bounce back in a big way and have a strong season. Edwin Diaz, Robert Suarez, he just opted out. So I think, Lauren, as Matt and Harold talked about earlier, plenty of depth there on the pitching side of the equation. And now the free agent bats. Pete Alonso has officially opted out. Bregman has opted out. I think probably the biggest name, Kyle Tucker, the outfielder, of course, from the Chicago Cubs. As the guys talked about, maybe the production dipped a little bit in the second half. We'll see what that nets out for his overall value. Kyle Schwarber, an MVP finalist. What an amazing year that he had. Bo Bichette, I think, in so many ways helped his free agent cause, Lauren, with the way that he played hurt in the World Series. He showed the adaptability to play second base. That's really important. Josh Naylor, I think if the Mariners win the ALCS, he might have been the ALCS MVP. He was that great for the Mariners there. And then Munetaka Murakami, one of the heroes for Team Japan at the last WBC. He is going to be a posted player by the Yakult Swallows. He can play first or third, as well as Kazuma Okamoto from the Yomiuri Giants. So we have another very robust group of free agents and posted players coming over from Japan. So a full menu, Lauren, of great topics for this offseason.